Well, good morning everybody. I hope you guys are all doing very well in the YouTube world. We got the big old XR and we're going to go up and explore some trails. It's surprising how green it still is. I want to go up and check one of my little ponds, see if there's any water in it. Right on! Beautiful, wow. So yeah, we're coming to the end of 40-degree weather. We've had a lot of 40-degree days, which is just insane for Canada. But it's been like a heat warning for a couple of weeks now, and right now we're sitting at, I think that's 18, it's hard to read. 18 Celsius and we're probably at 4,500, maybe 5,000 feet, something like that. So it's starting to cool off, and hopefully we're going to see some 30-degree weather, which is, or even I see some mid-20s, which will be just wonderful. But despite that long stretch of that hot of weather, we've got a few forest fires burning for sure, but it's not terrible yet anyways. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad, but you can see how green everything is. We had a really wet spring, so that contributes. You know, this doesn't burn very well, these dry, the wet green bushes don't burn nearly as well as when it's yellow and dry, so that's good news. It's hard to get the camera angle right here because I'm a stand-up guy, so want to go fast, you're going to stand up, not sit down, but it changes my angle quite a bit. Yeah, there's even grass on the road. That's awesome. Wow, very green. Huh. I hear water running. I've been by here lots of times. I didn't know there must be a little stream coming down somewhere here. You guys hear that? That's a lot of water. Oh, look at the size of that frog. He's swimming in there. Yeah, I see where it is there. I see. You see green ferns always that come down the mountain and then oh, that's pretty cool. I'm a stream and river guy. I love flowing water. It's always nice and clean. Or well, in Canada it is anyways. I have no problem drinking that moving water. Well, I do it all the time actually. I do have a filter straw though. Right on. is always the section of road coming up right here. Where is it? That holds me up in the winter. Oh no, not yet. Well, if it wasn't for these little trees, like the side brush on the side of the road, it's an unbelievable view. I'll show you guys on the way back. We're almost at this little swamp here. It's just, you can see the whole plateau. I gotta say, you guys, the mods on the 650L, probably the one, I mean, if you do all the basics, I would say the carb is the #1 thing. You gotta get rid of that CV carb, it's horrible. Like, it's not even, it's just usable at best. But if you go to like mine's off a CRF 450, I think a 2002 or something like that. I've had it a long time and it's never given me 1 ounce of grief in so long. But do your carb, do a good air filter. I don't even run an air filter cage. I just have the pod filter on the back of the carb. And then probably second gear and fifth gear if you're willing to dive into the motor, because that second gear, man, the spacing going from first to second, you can see like that's first gear right now for me. It goes by itself. Second gear won't quite do that. Well, it almost will. But before, second gear was really tall, so you let the clutch out and it just dies. But yeah, that's worth doing. All right, here we are. Oh wow, yeah, it's definitely dried up. Well, if a guy was willing to get muddy, that'd be the place to do it. Here, I'll take you guys over and show you this old S10 or Chevy. I think it's a Chevy, I'm not totally sure. I think some goofy kids did this years ago, drove it up here and lit it on fire and sat there ever since. Oh, actually, look, that might be a Nissan or something. I'm not sure. No, I think it's a S10. Yeah, I think it's a Chevy, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Could be a Nissan. She's seen better days. Ooh, it's just getting muddy out here. I don't want to get, if you guys know me, I'm allergic to mud. Oh, a little swamp there. It's always beautiful in here though, nice green grass. Let's go see, there's a bit bigger pond, or swamp, I guess you call it. Swamp, pond, whatever. Yeah, that one's lots of water in there. Did you guys notice how I did that? Let's show you guys again here. So I wanted to pop a wheelie off that rock. So rather than what most of you would do is just jam your front tire into it, what I did was did a little pop a wheelie, you could call it, before the rock, land the front tire on the rock, and then let the clutch out at the right time, and then you don't have to pop the, you get some of the rebound from the forks, right? It's a good skill to have. That's how you get over logs too, you kind of stab into it, I guess. Just wanted to see what that blue thing looks a little out of place. What is that, Rubbermaid container? Oh, you know me, I gotta go inspect it. We'll switch cameras here and we'll go have a look. Looks like just a Rubbermaid. Odd place for it though. But yeah, out of all the bikes, and I can't even tell you how many I've owned. I used to get 2 a year when I was getting them brand new. We did freestyle motocross, like 2 brand new ones a year. But yeah, I've had quite a few. And that's the one that stuck with me since probably the mid-90s. It just does everything. It just, oh, it's a Honda. What can you say? Ooh, this is pretty mucky. Yeah, it's just a Rubbermaid container. I always look for things like that, you know, it just looks so out of place. It's like, what the heck? Yeah, someone probably camping and left it. Well, the water level actually was probably up to here. And then the wind probably blew it down the lake or pond or whatever you want to call it. Well, that's good. More water than usual for this time of year, which is a good thing for fires. That's something big, whatever it was. Probably a moose, right? I don't know my tracks real well. Yeah, 2 big hooves or something big. Let's talk more about the 650L. That's awesome. Okay, there, we're done. I added the Kickstarter too in 2020. I gave it a makeover and did 2nd gear, 5th gear. Added the Kickstarter. I swapped out the, well, you have to change the sprocket shaft. Mine was about half worn out. It's not too bad. I don't do anything special to them. I see a lot of people recommend greasing them and all kinds of nonsense, and it's just ridiculous in my opinion. I'd never add grease to that because it's just going to attract more sand and grit. I never did anything to mine, and it went for 27 odd years or something, so I don't think, I always ride a gear higher if I can though. Like, don't lug it too much if you can help it. Then it keeps the chain from doing this. Boing boing, that one's a little loose actually, but that is the motion that when the tires are rocking like that, the sprocket goes clang clang, you know, back and forth. That's what takes them out because they don't have a cush drive, so it's not rocket science. Oh boy. Woo! Well, that went way better than the first one. First one caught me a little off guard. So yeah, I like to challenge myself every now and again, you guys. And this little gnarly cliff here I went up with the big old beast kind of caught me off guard. I went into it, you can see where I went the first time. I just barely made it up and kind of flopped on my side there. I didn't have enough momentum, nearly enough momentum. So if you're ever down in a gully or a ravine and you got to get out of there, and you know, you can put a little rock down just to give that rear tire just a tiny little boost. And then you got to spool up the turbo on your bike, if you know what I'm saying. And then it should pull you right up and over. You got to kind of hit it about halfway, maybe 3/4 of the ways up, and up she goes. Yeah, that one was a challenge on the XR. I'm a little out of practice, but no big deal. We'll move up to this one here one day. I don't know if the big XR would tackle that, but cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy some of those clips. I'm going to get out of here before it gets too hot. I'm quite high in the mountains. Well, not too high, probably 65 or 6,000 feet probably or something. No, maybe higher, I don't know. Anyways, it tends to get pretty hot around lunchtime, so check out the playlist. I got my riding lessons. The playlist is called Learn to Ride Dirt Bikes. There's like 14 videos or something in there, and they're doing quite well. So if you want to improve your skills, check that out. Don't forget about my CR500 videos. Those are always entertaining, and I'm going to do more in the future for sure. I got some camping and e-bike adventures coming up too, so I don't know if you guys like those or not, but I do them. I'm going to do them anyways because I might as well record it if I'm out there. If some people enjoy them, that's great. If not, well, I'll put them up anyways and just skip them or whatever. It's all good. If it's got 2 wheels, I'm going to be doing it. So ride on, you guys. Hit this button, drop some comments. See you on the next one. Swampy. Dare me to go through there? No, that ain't happening.